clean the lens off there. Let's see. Uncle Bull, hello. Victor, what's up? He says, let's get this party started. Amatic one. He said, let's get it. How you guys doing this evening? Well, more evening for some than others. How you guys doing? If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. How is it going? Party like a rock star. What's up, Jimmy? I was waiting to see you there. I know you're my brother in arms, so I'm going to. Of course, I have my bougie ice. You know, it's funny. I got the kids and we had pho tonight. You know, the pho, Vietnamese pho, and at the place they had one of these. You know, one of those ice makers, and I was like, oh man, all right, whew. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna take a shot. Oh yeah. Crazy culinary project I joined. No, I did not, chef. I saw y'all got some snow in Vegas though yesterday. I have a friend that lives out there now, and he was tickle pink. He was out in the snow. He was like, yo, I moved from Maryland, and now I'm in Vegas. Boom. Let's see. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Marcus, what's going on? Marcus, did you get the ice maker? I don't know why I forgot to ask you. Chef Arel, he says, what's Gucci? Jimmy says, ready, set, go. All right. Northeast Beast, LaFo, Jeff, how are you, sir? Jamie says, just in time for the bougie ice. Yes, indeed. I done poured the clear over the bougie ice. Now we're gonna fill it up with the energy drink. That was perfect. I took a sip of the energy drink. And I took out just enough to be perfect in the cup. Yes. This is gonna be, we're gonna have a good time tonight. I linked up with Todd English to launch a smokehouse concept there in Vegas. Nice. Marcus is special ice. Sean says, what's up? What's up? As you know, he lives in the boonies. Okay, well, he claimed it was Vegas, so maybe he was further north than I thought. Than I'm thinking. Someone can fix that jar. Yeah, does anybody know how to fix the jar? Can anyone fix the jar? And actually, you know what? If anyone is willing to fix these two, and you want to send some of these, I just need sugar-free energy drinks for the live stream. The P.O. box is listed down below. Feel free to send it. Definitely would not mind that because people getting sponsored left and right. Shoot, if I could get a sponsor for the live streams, why not? I'm gonna ask. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Marcus, why not? You don't have the ice maker yet, Jamie? What happened? I'm telling you, it will change your life, Jamie. Mr. Richard, how you doing? Kerp says, hey, yo, what's a happening? Blind Man Cooking. He says, what up, everyone? What's up, everyone? My friend Ben. If you guys, I've what's crazy? I've known Ben longer than I think Taste Tester number 3 has been alive. And I don't actually know Ben. I just know Ben. I've known Ben for I swear it's been 10 years, maybe more that I've known Ben, just through YouTube. So cool dude. Definitely appreciate you hanging out on the live stream. I told myself I was going to put my hat on today because I didn't shave my head. I haven't shaved my head in like 2 weeks. Talk about slacking. Then I haven't shaved my head in like 2 weeks. Uh, Dave's Racing Channel. Hello, sir. Uncle Bulls. Yeah. Mia. Oh my gosh. I know who you are. I am honored. What? I, I look. Hold on. I haven't. Not to be a creeper or anything, but I have a picture of you right here. Yeah, your peeps, your pops. I know that was more Jamie than your pops, I'm sure. But oh my gosh, I'm honored. Uh, Luke Calamatis, how you doing there, sir? He says, "What's up, everybody? Guns and barbecue. What's going on with you, man? Yeah, stick around for the second part of the stream. We typically start talking about the former of your name there. It's family date night. Well, Mia's 21 this year. Mia, hold up your glass. Hold on. Let me point it to the right one. Hold up your glass. All right. Cheers. All right. Happy belated birthday. Can we get a happy belated birthday for Mia? She just turned 21 recently, so we'll just yeah. And Marcus, his birthday was around the same time, if not the same day, I think. He's just getting older while she turned 21. Jimmy says, I don't know how we did without the ice machine. Dude, it changes your life. That ice machine, the ice maker. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, I don't know how. You know what? It's funny. My wife is a 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. This morning, we pick up another little kid on the way to school that goes to the kid's school. Takes us to number 2 and 3, their school. So we picked them up this morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let the van park itself. And taste tester number 2 was like, yes, self parking. And I pressed the button and drove past the spot, and then it tells you, it's like, stop. Put the vehicle in reverse. Put the vehicle in reverse. You take your hands off the wheel, and all you have to do is modulate the throttle and the brake. So boom, boom, boom. I'm on the throttle. The wheels. Yo, it's crazy the first couple of times you do it because you're like, what are you doing? And it waits to the last possible minute to crank the wheel the other way. Yo, after I do it every now and again. The only problem I have is it's slower than I am. Because I grew up in Philadelphia and parallel parked every day, that was never an issue. So, some of you folks who live out in the country or have like pull in straight driveways where you never have to park, like, for real. Nah, man, I could you give me a spot that is 3 inches bigger on either side of the car and I'll get a car parked in it, like, without backing up more than once. So Lou says my hair looks great. Yeah, this hair, right, Lou? Yes, indeed. Ben says he's excited to meet you in person. Sure enough, you are definitely on the list of folks that I would like. It's crazy to think about. I've known Ben since he was in high school. He has been in high school, graduated college, been out in the workforce, and pandemic and all that other stuff happened. Now he's back home. And I'm like, I can tell you more about Ben's life than like a lot of you folks because I've known Ben for quite a long time. Sonny G, what's going on? Sonny G wants me to do some welding for him. Sonny. We gotta talk. Lucy's happy birthday, Mia. Kisses, man. I had a food trailer around her. Food trucker around here bring me food today. Gotta support local. First time trying the food. She told me she was nervous as hell to bring the Shore Billy barbecue food. I use your line. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy, man. I already knew what it was, Kurt. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Victor says happy birthday, Mia. Yes, Marcus, he said it's the same day. I thought it was the same day, but I didn't want to misspeak. This is almost always the kiddos. That's why I'm never around for the second half of the chat. However, they are their mothers. Oh, at the mothers tonight. So I'm here all night. Whoop whoop. Yeah. Lou says I currently play one part every single day, and you learn how to do it real quick. Hell yeah, Lou, man. Yo, it kills me when I see somebody that can't park, and I'm like, like literally want to get out the car, strangle them, park their car, and then put them into their car. like, Victor says I would love it if my semi-auto had auto park. Dude, Victor, so that's one of the things I think I know. I think I've told you specifically, but I used to drive. I used to be the yard jockey, or what they call the switcher for FedEx Ground. So I can drive a tractor trailer as well. I can ride or drive anything. It doesn't matter. KB Barbecue says, well, hello, Dash and barbecue people. Russ Jones, or Russell Jones, sorry, I don't want to put words in your mouth, says, hey, all. Big Steve, Smoke 'em and Choke 'em Barbecue. What's going on, Big Steve? He says, what's up, good peoples? Crimson Creek says, aloha. Mahalo. All right. Captain Newbie says, hey, Dash, what's going on? George W. Bush Center for Intelligence. Hello. Man. Whew. This stuff right here. Right here. Urban Culture Kitchen. What's going on? UCK. How you doing this evening? He said, let's get the lights going, peeps. Oh yes, please, and thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Hey, if you've made it this far on a live stream, I usually say hi to everybody for the first 10 minutes or so, and then we kind of get into the conversation. And tonight we're going to be talking about communication. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my communication skills, and I'm going to ask you to hit that thumbs up for me, please. So really, it really does help not only make me feel better about myself for doing these live streams and taking time out of my so busy life to do these, but it really does help the channel, and it helps these videos when you guys do hit that thumbs up. So Urban Culture Kitchen, So UCK, tonight we finished off what was in this jar, and let me just tell you, man, I am so upset that it's gone. I got, like, you know how you got that drip? See that drip coming? Oh yeah. Judge away. That stuff is liquid gold, and it is delicious. And yeah. Nice, Uncle Bull. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chef. He says, facts. I will straight up forget 90% of the time for the thumbs up, man. Dude, the first thing I do, I think it has to do with the fact that I am a YouTuber, and I watch a lot of YouTube. But the first thing I usually do on a video is I give it a thumbs up, and then it's like, all right, if the person does something I don't like, then I'll take that thumbs up away, and if they really do something I don't like, I'll give a thumbs down. And usually I leave the video with a thumbs up. Like I typically, people don't piss me off or irk me to the point where I give it a thumbs down. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it has happened. Lou says, I hate being told I can't fit in that spot. I know it's like challenge accepted. Yes. UCK says, hello everyone. Kirk says, that's what she said. I couldn't resist. Yeah. Angel's Envy. I have not had any Angel's Envy in a while. I looked at some the other day. I was at Costco, and I got the, as opposed to getting, so the bottle I showed you guys last week or 2 weeks ago, the Kirkland brand of the, whatever, the American vodka, I got some of the Kirkland brand, like the French vodka. So I got it. It's actually just sitting in the trunk of my car. I have not brought it inside. It's not water in that mason jar, is it? Nah, man, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. If it's in a mason jar, you know better. You know better. Marcus says, with devil's envy. What does it take for you to report a video? Racism. I draw the line there. Racism. Racism. Seriously. Yeah. Racism. Or you know what else I've reported videos for? When people have used bits and pieces of that beard straightening video, they've used bits of it in their videos and they haven't cleared it with me first. So I report those videos too, because I'm like, yo, if you're gonna put this on YouTube and you're gonna make some money off of it, you're gonna make me some money off of it. Other than that, man, racism, hard pass. Zach says, hey, yo, yeah. Guns and Barbecue says you actually help a channel the same whether you thumbs up or thumbs down. It's all the same to YouTube algorithm. I'm gonna hard pass and say I'm gonna disagree. I think that YouTube, the interactions, and you know what, you might actually be right, but I'm going to believe in my heart of hearts that the thumbs up help a video more than a thumbs down. I'm just gonna leave it at that. What about the really, really, really funny racism? I don't know, man. If I'm offended and it takes a lot to offend me, then yeah. Victor says, I have only given one thumbs down. He said they went political, so I went bye-bye. I agree. And you know what? Victor says that I may have, I mean, I don't know. I'd probably be lying if I said I've never given a thumbs down for something that's political. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes, I feel like people in politics, sometimes they just, they lay it on too thick. And I'm loosening up my belt here. I'm sorry. Sometimes they lay it on too thick. I feel like the same way with, sometimes not the church folks, but those people who are holier than thou, and they're like, oh my gosh, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior? And it's like, this is YouTube. can we not talk about that? Like, can we not delve into my religious, background? I just, just saying. Yeah. Yeah, I do have an eclectic sense of humor. I mean, so yeah. Before I get myself in trouble, Mr. Wang, how you doing this evening? Bottle Cat, oh my gosh, what do I owe the pleasure? How are you doing? Oh my God, Captain Newbie says exactly. It's free to change the channel. Yeah, indeed. Man, I don't understand. If I say something that pisses somebody off, I just, you know what? The thing that I don't like is when people just disappear and they don't say anything on the way out. I actually appreciate it when you do say something on the way out and communicate what it is that I pissed you off about. Because it's like, oh, you didn't like the fact that I did something about my beard on my channel? I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry, but that was what I wanted to do today, and I posted a video about it because I know that some of you guys have beards too. So, sorry. I'm like, watch the next one. Yeah. So, Uncle Steve says, hey, good looking. Sorry, I've been away for a while. Uncle Steve, man, you have no idea, sir. You have been on more, or I'll say your shakes have been on more of my food lately and more of my food lately. Mimi says, hey, Dash. Hey, everyone. Bottle Cap says, I heard you change your channel name. Had to come see it for myself. Yeah, unfortunately, I've only put up like one video after I changed the name of the channel. And I've kind of just been like, I'm hitting the mental reset button. I don't feel like I was burnt out. I just feel like I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know. I can't put it into words, but I'm just like, I don't feel like it. I don't want to. My heart wasn't in it, I guess you could say. I don't know it's pronounced Hong. I'm sorry, but I'm good. How you been? I am so sorry. I'm great. Uh, my City family. Back to testing these smoke times and new rubs. Everyone stay Gucci. Thanks, chef. To be easy, sir. Enjoy your all right. Enjoy. Uncle Steve says that's awesome. Yeah, Uncle Steve, you know what? I steamed some fish the other day. I went and bought a few whole black sea bass, and I, cut them up, cleaned them. So after we talked last week, the seafood episode, we were talking about seafood. Thursday morning, I went to the restaurant depot and I bought two whole sea bass. And man, oh man, I tell you, I came home. I guess it was Friday. I cleaned them, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna clean the fish, scaled them, got all the guts out the inside, and I left the heads on, and I put them back in the bag and put them in the refrigerator. My wife was supposed to be doing something with them. She's like, ah. So then Friday passed, and then Saturday passed, and then Sunday she's like, I think you need to cook that fish. All right, man. I tell you, all I did with that fish, I steamed it. All I did with that fish, I put it. We have a pot that has a little steaming rack in it. I seasoned it with Uncle Steve's the my favorite on seafood, the Gator Shake, man. A nice heavy dose of Gator Shake on the one side, a nice heavy dose of Gator Shake right down the middle, and a nice heavy dose of the Gator Shake on the other side. Put it on the pot to steam it. Man, it was about 10-12 minutes later. Woo, woo, woo. Oh man, talk about good eating. It was good. And I tore that whole fish up. I mean, all of the meat that was all in the cheeks, the cachete. Those of you who know what the cachete, the cheek meat, the cachete, all around the head, man. I tore that fish up. It was so good. Don't forget to hit the like button. Paul says, thank you again, sir, for the reminder. What did everyone have for dinner tonight? I actually had pho tonight, but seriously, good to see you, sir. Been a while. Year has been rough in my house. Yeah, man. I know. It's not just been rough for you, man. It's been rough for everybody. Oh. Uncle Steve over there threatening me with a good time. I saw on Facebook he was talking about how he had some of this, the sweet dessert shake on this vanilla ice cream. I was like, I have some vanilla ice cream. I'm just like, man. Yes, Marcus, some sea bass, some black sea bass. I didn't even take any pictures of it. Sometimes you go as far one direction you can go, and it becomes time to turn to a new direction. Yes, indeed, Jimmy. It's called tacking. All right, and yeah. She fought. I ended up smoking snow crab clusters, pounder fillets, and bacon wrapped shrimp. Had no choice after all that seafood talk. Sea bass wasn't already good, and I'm surprised. No, Victor, it wasn't. From the restaurant depot, it was whole sea bass. Yeah. Smoked crab is absolute must try. All right, Darnell Medley, what's up with you? Roasted cabbage, chicken breast wrapped in bacon and salmon. Nice. Uncle Wolf is right, Jess. I just broke into Gator Shake, and it's definitely awesome. Heck, I put it on tater tots. Dude, I'm telling you, what's really good on tater tots? The original and some spicy R. Now I tell you, Uncle Steve. Let me just tell you, Uncle Steve, an untapped market. Whoever buys oodles of noodles, throw out whatever packet that you're gonna have, the beef packet, your chicken packet. Put you use some Uncle Steve's original in there, man. Uncle Steve's original. And some oodles and noodles, like the oodles and noodles packet. Just thank me later. And if you feeling frisky, go ahead and put the spicier in there. The spicier in there too. Cause woo boy, man, Uncle Steve, I'm telling you, I've been using the competition beef rub. I've made I made 2 steaks in a row. I found them on sale at the market locally, and they were like 45-50% off. I was like, whoop, whoop, snatched them up real quick. I was like, okay, boneless ribeye, breakfast for me, yes, or lunch for me, Sure. And I used the competition beef rub. I added a little bit of salt just because I like, I need a little bit more salt, but that's just me. But phenomenal. I posted pictures on my Instagram. One of the days, I believe I tagged you in the picture, but the second day I don't believe I did. But I used the beef rub both times. Yeah. Depot, Bucks or Chiefs. So Captain Newbie, Andy Reid, Chiefs, yeah, just he was in Philly. He's technically should a good grip on your hand, hard on your halyard, on the halyard. All right, I don't know. I see you in too deep with the sailing terms, man. There's a channel, chopping and grilling with KC. Oh, okay. All right, well. You should have. Well, I get it now. But maybe you should have kept the KC. Because now it's reversed. It's originally spicy. The tops will try that. Yeah, I like the combination of spicier with something else. The spicier is good by itself, but it to me, and it's just me, sometimes I don't want just spice. I like the original. I like the Gator Shake. I like the spicier. So, yeah. They're all good. Like, all of them are good. Bumpy, what's going on, man? Go back to bed. I understand I know you got to get up in a couple of minutes, basically. All right, but look, let's talk about communication. That's what I wanted to talk about tonight. We didn't got off on a whole bunch of tangents. Ooh, see, KC, this is why, KC talking about love your original shake on mac and cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches. Yo, the original with cheese, it just works. It really does. I'm telling you, if you have not had Uncle Steve's shake, there are things that I talk about and there are not things that I talk about. And if you hear the way I talk about Uncle Steve's shake, I talk about it like I do for a reason. Hey, VH, how you doing? Hold on. Good day, mate. How's it going? How you doing? Oh, boy. He says, wait till I get the smoke bomb. I'm looking forward to it, man. Uncle Steve, you have not let me down. You have not disappointed me yet. You have not disappointed me yet. All right. So I wanted to talk to you about communication. I was talking to, and I just, in passing, I saw a friend of mine. Hold on one second, guys. Hey, can you put those bags just like clean up over there, please? Also, can you put the top on my bowl over there? The top should be over there. Just you see my bowl on the peninsula, and I'll finish that later. But if you could clean it up, I'd appreciate it. Mitch says, what's up, man? A little late getting in. Man, now you right on time. You right on time. You always on time. All right, so let's talk communication. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about communication is because I'm going to say it seems like there's been a resurgence. But do you guys remember the lessons learned that I did talking about when I had that, I'm gonna say an event, I cooked for someone and she straight ghosted me where I cooked this turkey breast and I'm like, okay, hey lady, I got your turkey breast done, and she straight never hit me back. So, whoa, VH, man, that's what's up. Thank you for the donations. At least, man, if you're gonna donate, you make me say something, shout something out, post your Instagram handle or a website you want to plug or something. I mean, make me work for the donation or something. I haven't made a video without Uncle Steve's lately. Yeah, Jimmy says there's a reason I haven't made a video without Uncle Steve's lately. I agree. I agree. You know what? Nope. The stew video. Did you put Uncle Steve's in the stew videos and the chicken stew videos? See, I'm paying attention. Um, I'm trying to think, what was it you made? What your granddaughters were in it, and they were taste testing. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, communication. You have to, man. VH. Everybody throws my train of thought off. Just here to donate and listen. No need to shout anything out. All right. Well, thank you. Keep the cadence. Have you're new here. I don't keep the cadence very well. Those of you guys, look, ask Marcus and Jamie. I know Mia doesn't watch all that often, but they can tell you I just like squirrel. Definitely. Victor will tell you, Jimmy will tell you. Lap, what's going on, man? How you doing? How's everybody? Or how's everything with you, sir? People pop in and I'm just like, hey, how you been? And so it's yeah. I trust me. That's why I have such a broad title as to what we talk about, because anything can go down as communication. Oh my gosh, man! Thank you very much. I sure will. Keep it up, he says. Anyway, so communication is key. You definitely want to talk to the people who. Oh my gosh, man! Thank you so very much, man. I'm like flabbergasted here. You definitely want to communicate and let people know what's going on. So one of the things about me, when I tell people I'm very low maintenance. Like I'm very low contact. I don't need you to hold my hand. Hey, if we talk about something, you give me whatever information is you need to give me. I will, communicate what I need to communicate with you. So, for instance, someone on this stream, Paul has ordered for me, who's on the stream, or at least he was on the stream. Paul, if you're still here, just comment like, "Yo, I'm here. I'm still here," and you can say whether or not this is true or not. And then also, Mr. Richard will tell you the same thing. I'm pretty easygoing, pretty low maintenance. Hey, Big Nod, he says, "What's up, buddy, from New Orleans?" Paul's still here. Paul hits me up and he's like, "Hey, man, what do you have going on this weekend?" I'm like, I'm cooking this, I'm cooking that, I'm cooking this, I'm cooking that. He's like, "All right, well, can you put something to the side for me?" Sure thing, not a problem. Then I hit Paul up like, "Paul, hey, I'm on my way." Oh yeah, that's right. Sometimes he forgets that he placed the order, but I got him. I got him covered, right? He places the order. I let him know what I'm cooking, and he's like, "All right, well, if you have any of this left over, let me know." Yes, sir. Mr. Richard. Mr. Richard, unfortunately for Christmas, he hit me up. I believe it was Christmas. He hit me up and it was just a little bit too late. I was like tapped out. I was full. The smoker was full, and I couldn't cook anymore. So he hit me up. If it wasn't last week, it might have been last week. It might have been a week before now. And he's like, "Hey, I want to get something in line or set up for Super Bowl Sunday." And I'm like, "Okay." He said, "Are you cooking Super Bowl Sunday?" I said, "For you, I sure am." He said, "Oh, okay. Well, you don't have any orders?" I said, "No, I don't have any orders just yet." I said, "But I know some other orders will come in because, people get kind of fickle and they don't remember that the Super Bowl is coming until there's reminders out there that the Super Bowl is coming." It's like, yeah. Easy says, Dash, keep up the good work. Easy Q from Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Well, thank you. Yes, indeed. Well, Paul says, Paul says the food is banging. That's what's up. KC says, COD, I get the money up front. Always up front. Yes. Paul says, no doubt. I appreciate it. Yes. I mean, I'm one of these people that, hey, look, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna get what it is you need, and if I have it written down, if I have a text message or something, I'll take care of it. Even if it's one of those things where, oh crap, I'm busy and I'm doing something else, and I might not have necessarily been able to go and get the food from my first choice. So it's like, all right, if I typically need a brisket, okay, I'll go to the restaurant depot and I'll get the brisket. But it's like, I'm not gonna be near the restaurant depot, or I have to go to Costco, or I have to go to Sam's to get some things I need for the house, just for my family, like food shopping wise. hey, while I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the chicken that I need, or I'm gonna go ahead and get the brisket that I need, and I'll get it, and it might cost me a couple of dollars extra, but I'm killing two birds with one stone, and I'll do that, right? But then on the flip side of that, if you have a problem, let the person who you're cooking for know. I had an issue one day, and I tell you what, man, I make mistakes. I have made mistakes, and I own up to my mistakes. The biggest mistake I made, and you guys know what's the biggest mistake I've made. Some of you guys who've been around for a while, comment what is the biggest mistake I've made. Down in the comments below. Put down a non-refundable for the percent deposit. I'm not going to be all the way out. Yep. Communication about one-side cooks. Example, your fried fish thunderstorm story. Yeah, Bumpy. That was a good one. Yeah, I forgot a turkey. I forgot a turkey for Thanksgiving. Not this past year, but the year before. Yeah, buddy. The Shelton's Barbecue says you forgot someone's turkey. Bumpy says miscount on a turkey. Bottle Cap says you forgot a turkey. KB says cash before barbecue. KB barbecue equals cash before barbecue. Misconstructed. Yes, I miscounted. The turkey you miscounted. Yes, indeed. All right, so all right. We got it. We got the picture. You don't have to keep just y'all. Oh man, y'all. Oh really? Uncle Bull, you boom. I feel like this is like the kidney shot. I got it. All right, you're right. The turkey I miscounted. Okay, enough about it. But yes, I miscounted someone's turkey. So what ended up happening, for those of you who don't know or are not aware, who might be new here, in 2019, I had orders for 15 turkeys. This guy cooked 14 turkeys. Yo, and there was nothing I could do. When I realized that I was short one turkey, I had one person that was in front of the person who was going to get that turkey or should have gotten that turkey, who I had a turkey for, and I went to him. He's a coworker of mine, still is. I'm gonna say was. He's a coworker of mine, and I'm like, yo, I gotta ask you something like real big. Like, I'm like, bruh. I'm like, yo, I realized that I'm short a turkey, and he's like, but the turkey right there. I'm like, it's not your turkey. I'm short. I'm short the next turkey, the next person I have to deliver a turkey to. I'm like, would you be willing to accept a refund for your turkey? And he's like, bruh. He's like, my wife's family is here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, say no more. Say no more. Say no more. I'm like, no. I said all I could do was ask. And I said, I'm just going to have to call this young lady and let her know that, unfortunately, I am sorry and I miscounted and I don't have a turkey. And that has been the hardest conversation I've ever had to have with someone, because I, quote unquote, ruined her Thanksgiving. Yeah. Bottle cap, dude. You're it's so funny. He says, not sure you saw my answer. You forgot a turkey. Yeah. Taste tester number one's in the kitchen doing the dishes, and he's sitting cracking up at that one. But I'm telling you, that was the hardest conversation I ever had to have. And I think I told you in the story, like when I sat down in my garage and I was telling you guys the story about this, I said, I talked to my coworker and I asked him if he would give up his turkey so that I could take it to that person who didn't have a turkey, because all she ordered from me was a turkey. My man ordered some wings. He ordered some wings, some brisket, and probably the turkey too. If not, at least some wings and some if not just a turkey, he ordered something in addition, which was why I felt comfortable asking him, "Hey, would you mind if you didn't get this turkey and I'll give you a refund back?" And he was like, "Nah, bro, I can't do it." I'm like, "Well, okay, no problem." So where my buddy, my coworker, my buddy, where he lives, I'm leaving out of his like subdivision, and he calls me, right? And I've talked about this. He calls me, and when I say I whip the car over to the sidewalk to stop the car so damn fast, I'm like, "Yo, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, man, can you remind me how to reheat all this food?" I'm like, damn. I was like, "Man, I so wanted you to tell me that you changed your mind and you was gonna let me come get that turkey." But no. He was like, "So how do I reheat this thing?" I'm like 300 degrees for a half an hour, 45 minutes. He's like, "All right, bro, yo, thanks. Yo, I'll see you in work on Monday." No problem. I'll see you on Monday. Man, I called the young lady up and I said, "Listen," I said, the girl's name. I'm like, "Hey," I said, "Listen, I said, this is the absolute hardest conversation I've ever had to have." And I said, I wanted to be completely upfront and honest, and I'll let you know as soon as possible, so, as soon as I could. I said, "Man, uh, I said, I do not have your turkey." I said, "I miscounted the turkeys that I cooked, and I am short a turkey." And when I say I could hear a pin drop on the other side of the phone, I could just hear the dejection in her voice in the silence. Okay. But you know what? There are going to be times when you have to make that phone call. Okay. You are going to have to own up to your mistakes. And that's one thing that people, to me, do not do. I messed up. So the only thing that I could do in the time that I had was call her and one, tell her, "I'm sorry, I do not have a turkey for you." And two, I'm going to make it up for you. I'm going to do right by you. I'm going to make it better. So unfortunately, if it takes until next year for me to make it better, make it right, make you whole, then that's what's going to take. But I said to her, I said, "Listen, if you let me know when you want a turkey, it's on me." I said, "If you want a turkey on Christmas, if you want a turkey close to Easter, if you want a turkey on the humbug, let me know and I will take care of it for you." And she said, "Okay." And that was it. That was it. And I apologized profusely. And she's like, "It's okay. Mistakes happen, yada yada." I'm like, that was, man, that I could have cried. That's how bad I felt. So let's see. Let me catch up on the comments. Jamie says, "Because of the story, I'm even bigger stressed out before every holiday. Terrified we're going to forget a bird." Oh, man, dude, I already know, Jamie. That's how it was with Thanksgiving this year, and I cooked an extra turkey because I was so stressed out. Mimi says, "I remember that turkey story. That's a mistake you don't make twice, right?" Yep, exactly. Meeks, how you doing, homie? Meeks, I just want to tell you again, your box of sauces came in handy. My daughter, test lesson number 3, has been, I won't say on a kick, but she has opted to be vegetarian. Excuse me. And we found some vegetarian, it's like a teriyaki pasta and vegetable meal, like a udon thing. And it needed a little something extra. And that something extra was the teriyaki sauce from the box. So I just want to say thank you. Meigs, yes indeed. Thumbs up. VH, thank you. Victor says, have you ever pre-ordered anything at Restaurant Depot, then picked it up later? I was curious how it worked out. Victor, no, I haven't. Reason I haven't done that is because they charge you a little bit for that, from what I understand. And the Restaurant Depot is literally like 12, 15 minutes away from my house. It's not that far. Captain Newbie says, but you brought her a turkey on the arm next year. Yes, I did. Definitely. And you know, this past year, I called her, and I'm like, listen, I know I messed up last year. I have not forgotten you. I said I have been reliving that moment for a year now. I need to make this right. And I'm like, what I'm going to do for you is I told you last year I was going to give you a free turkey. That is the case. That is what's going to happen this year. I'm going to give you a turkey if you are willing to accept it. And if you don't accept it now, you have a free turkey. You ever hear that saying, as long as I have money in your pocket, I'll never go broke? Look, this girl had a turkey in my pocket. All right, she would have never gone hungry because I'd have cooked the turkey anytime. You need a turkey? All right, boom. That's how bad I felt. So you making an extra one now, just in case of emergency KB. So I tell you, I went into full panic mode this year, and I thought that I miscounted, but I didn't miscount, and then I thought that I miscounted. I'm telling you, I did not want that to happen again, so I did cook an extra turkey. Yeah. Gabriel Ranch Cook says, sup, vato? Nada, muchacho, ¿qué pasa contigo? VH hit the lottery. Yeah, thank you. It's VH. Dude, I am blown away with your generosity. I'm so appreciative. So how do you deliver a turkey? Whole and foil, or do you part and trim? No. So they are whole. You know, the turkey pans, the oval turkey roasters. So where people cook the turkeys in them, when I take them off the smoker, I put them into those turkey roasters, and then I let them sit open to cool. I do not cover them up because I don't want the condensation that gets inside of there to make the skin weird. So I let them cool a little while open, and then I cover them up. A piece of foil on one side, a piece of foil on the other side, cover them up and put them in my trunk, and go from there. Let's see. So bottle cap. If you look on my Instagram now, you might not see. I don't think I took very good pictures this year, but if past years or years past, you'll see how what I do is I put them in the trunk of my car. The turkeys go into the trunk of the car. I clean out the trunk of the car completely. The turkeys go into the trunk of the car. I think I can fit 4, 8, 12 turkeys like on the carpet in the trunk, and then I'll have to put like some, because of the way they sit, I can put some on top of like a second layer, more or less, and I will fill up the trunk with turkeys, and then I will fill up the Cambros, and I will take all 3 Cambros I have with me, and take anything else non-turkey, it goes in the car. What's going on, B? He says, I'm here. Sorry, I've been so busy. That's the Texas barbecue guy. I am so appreciative that you're here. Got to communicate saying no, all money isn't worth it. Man, yes, indeed. Go for Productions. Accountability. Yes. VH, dude, man. Thank you. Darnell says, all my turkeys been aluminum pan with handles. Easy for the customers to handle. All right. Shanice. Do not encourage her. How you going to come in here talking about vegetarians before you even say hi? Hello, Miss Shanice. How you doing? How's everything with school? How's the garden? Did your aunt finish the greenhouse? What's been up? I mean, she was talking about go vegetarian. Man, you better get out of here with that. Guns and Barbecue says, I'm super meticulous about making sure I have all my product. Might be OCD. My big fear is having something like a grease fire happen. Yes. Going to move to the man cave. BRB. Yes, now that your beard looks like a pubic hair, like someone that's donated pubic hair and use your beard. Well, thanks. Greatly appreciate it. That's your opinion. And Paul, do me a favor and put Naughty on timeout. You are a moderator. Victor says I'm only looking at ordering because I can't get there during the week, but I don't have the best products available on the weekend. Yes, indeed. Sends out. Oh yeah. So Paul, talking about communication. Thank you, Paul, for the set. He says sends out a text on the approximate time of delivery. And here's another thing, Paul. How fast or how close to that time, that approximate time that I told you for delivery, was I? And if I wasn't on time or ahead of schedule, I sent you a message to let you know I'm running behind. There was a time, for Thanksgiving this past year. Again, with Thanksgiving, the turkeys being bigger than they should have been, I had a delay. I was an hour behind schedule before I started because yeah, Jimmy, you are definitely right. Let me check my Palm palette. Give me a second, guys. Content live, and I didn't open up the live stream ahead of time. Let's do this. Give me a second, guys. What? You said what now? Start from the beginning. For both of us? No. Out of what? No, go ahead. I just didn't understand why you were asking me. I mean, are you going to make a whole bunch of noise? So then, you asking me, do I mind if you make a salad? I wanted to understand why, All right, let's see. Sheldon, how you doing? Da-da-da-da. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Jimmy, this is what I needed. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Yes. All right. Taken care of. Done and done. Jimmy, I appreciate you. There's a new sheriff in town. Shanice says we're still working on the greenhouse. Take a little break when school started. Okay. All right. B, welcome back. Sheldon, hello. B says to do the same. I always text my clients before delivery. Bottle cat, don't get frustrated. It's a vegetarian thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna sip my drink. Oh, speaking of which, it is delicious, Yo, if you ever had the opportunity to get yourself some clear, do yourself a favor and get you some. Shelton says, I'm doing well. I just incorporated a barbecue business. Looking for a spot. That's what's up. VH, oh my gosh. Me had been requested. Your catering business. So, VH asks a very good question. He says, hey, Dash, what's the most profitable or viable meat that had been requested of your catering business? So, it's either going to be chicken or pork. Chicken or pork is very, very profitable. And actually, I think between chicken and pork, you're probably going to make the most money off of pork. One, because it's super simple to make pulled pork, and two, because pork isn't cheaper. Chicken is cheaper, but it's gonna be between chicken and pork. I'm just like, without having to do homework right now off the top of my head, chicken and pork definitely are the most profitable. I lose money when I make brisket. B says vegetarian is Native American for too lazy to cook meat. It's all right. You know what, B? I won't say I used to rag on vegetarians, but I have a family member who has developed an allergy to the proteins in meat, and it makes him sick when he eats meat. So pescatarian, he's pescatarian. He's like, bruh, he's like, I had to stop eating meat. He's like, my body just did not process it. He says, so you got some of these folks out of here, eating vegetarian and being vegan because it's quote unquote, it's a fad. Excuse me, a fad. He's like, I had to stop eating meat because I'm like, bro, yo, hey, you know I do barbecue, dog. Like, what are you doing? He said, listen. He said, you make me some salmon, I'm all on it. And I said, okay, say no more. Um, and then says, hey, he says, hey, hit that thumbs up button, please, and thanks. Yes, a lot of wood for pulled pork because the long cook. Yeah, Deshaun, man, I'm telling you, the the amount of money that you can make off of pulled pork. You know why you can make more money off of pulled pork? Because people will pay more money for pulled pork than they will for chicken. Period. AVH, man, thank you. No vegetarian means bad hunter. Adam, how you doing this evening? All right. So full circle, I wanted to come back and tell you guys, you know, I did get distracted again, and I told you guys about that turkey story because it is one of those things that it is always on the forefront of my mind. I do not want to disappoint somebody. I know what that feels like to have to make that call. And I mean, if there's anything you can learn from me is double check your counts, double check your counts, double check your counts, and then count again. All right? Because yeah. What would get more thumbs down? Kitchen catch up on steak or grilling some of that Beyond Meat stuff. Uh, I have never posted a video with ketchup on steak, but I did post a Beyond Meat sausage video, and I'm telling you, it actually has favorable views because the people who are looking for those Beyond sausages or Beyond Meat sausage, yeah, yeah, they argue with me in the comments of the video. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna pick on vegetarians. I'm not gonna pick on vegans. Again, sometimes it is medically necessary in order to become a vegetarian. Okay, and who am I to yuck someone else's yum? Okay, that is a big thing, and I tell my kids that don't yuck someone else's yum. But I tell you what, I saw someone eating a plant-based deli meat sandwich, and I'm just gonna tell you that that wouldn't have been for me. I'm not pointing any names. You know who I'm talking to. I'm not pointing any. I'm not naming any names. Not pointing any fingers. But I just in my mind I was like, that's not for me. And you know what? Everything isn't for everybody. Adam says he has no love for Traeger. Man, you gotta get over that hatred for Traeger, man. It's not that bad. Mike, how you doing this evening? He says, hey Dash. Johnny, how you doing this evening, sir? He says, hello Dash, hello everyone. Some of those meat substitutes are pretty decent. My wife went through a phase. Makes decent taco meat. Means you got that. The Beyond breakfast sausage is actually pretty good. Mimi, I'll take your word for it. Paul says my wife eats that stuff. I'm adding the quotes, but you guys get the picture. I don't want my veggies to taste like meat. It cheapens my meat. Bottle Cap says, just throw some Uncle Steve's on it. Yeah, buddy. Let's see. Bumpy says, have you had someone cancel their order and want a refund after your deadline? No. Well, the cancel order was because of weather, not because someone wanted to cancel. So technically, no, I have not. And what I will do in that instance is I'll probably give them back 80% of their money. And I'll tell them, like if it's a bigger event, I will say, hey, the cutoff date is the Wednesday before your order. Yeah, because I usually, excuse me, go and get food like Wednesday afternoon, evening, or Thursday morning for what? Oh, it was 10 o'clock. So first one out the. So I usually get the order, or excuse me, get the food that Wednesday evening, afternoon, or afternoon, evening, or Thursday morning, because if I go to the first place and I can't get it at the first place, I still have time to typically go other places and hunt around and get what it is I need before I need to cook it on Friday night, into Saturday morning, or on Saturday night into Sunday morning. So I plan ahead and definitely do that. Uh, VH says, Dash, what's your method for cooking a whole pig, small and electric pellet grill with the rotisserie, if any? So, VH, I have never cooked a whole pig. It's just not something I get very much call for. Like, people don't call me up and say, hey, I want to do the pig. I've only ever been asked to cook a whole pig one time in the six years that I'm 7 years that I've been doing this. Guns and Barbecue says, I find that most people who hate on Trigger just heard someone from someone who heard something from a guy they knew that had Trigger 6 years ago. Guns and Barbecue says, never had an issue. The only issue I've ever had was, I won't say self-inflicted, but one, I ran it out of pellets. That was my own damn fault, just because I was like, oh, it's low on pellets. I'm going to keep cooking. Well, duh. Why didn't you put more pellets in it? I don't know. I was probably drinking. And the other thing was the cord. It shifted, and I don't know if I moved the trigger or it just, whatever. But the cord ended up getting bound up in the fan, and because it was bound up in the fan wasn't running, and because the fan wasn't running, it wouldn't come on. I actually did a video about that. It was like the first problems with the trigger. Yeah. So Victor says, I'm getting a rabbit this year and naming it Trigger. It's a pellet thing. Boom, boom. I see what you did there. Urban Culture. So KC says, have you had a cancellation due to COVID? Yes. I had folks call me and start planning different things, and it just got to the point where we were on lockdown. It was like, there's no point in me contacting this person back, talking about a quote that I can't give them, or I don't need to give them, because we can't do anything. The park in which they were trying to have their outdoor event was closed, canceled. The people who were still having small-ish gatherings and smallish events, they didn't cancel. But the people who were having larger events, I mean, like, I had at least 2, maybe 3 graduation parties, and yeah. I was going to turn on the garbage disposal. Hurry up, please. Garbage disposal incoming. It's not even that loud. Adam says, tell him, Dash. Tell him why I hate Trigger. To be honest with you, Adam, I don't know why you hate Trigger. Triggers aren't as bad as you think. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you about why you don't like Trigger. If you don't like Trigger, okay, Adam doesn't like Trigger. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna I mean, that's your own personal thing. Like, yeah. I don't. I'm telling you, you get yourself a Trigger, you'll understand. Bees' damn man cave Wi-Fi sucks. Since I got a new refrigerator out there. All right, well, you have to run out of pellets a couple times. That's crazy about the Quart. Yeah. Guns and Barbecue says, yeah, I've run out of pellets a couple times. That's crazy about the cord. Yeah, I do. And the whole problem was I left the twist tie on the cord and had it plugged in. So, I mean, it could have been my fault. Like, I could have moved the plug, and it just, like, it shifted just enough so that the cord that was wrapped up got up into the fan, and it wouldn't let it spin. KC, let's see. Paul says, yep, parks were not giving out permits. Nope. And, I mean, all right, you're telling me, hey, I'm going to have an event for 100 people. Okay. It's going to be a graduation party. Okay. I need a quote for 100 people. I want to do this, and this. When? It was like late May, early July. Okay, no problem. COVID happens. Everything shut down. Do you think I need to send you a quote? No. You know why I don't think I need you to send you a quote? Because it's not happening. You know what else is not happening? Nothing is happening. Ain't a dang thing happening. You can't go to the parks. You can't go to the playgrounds. They done boarded up the hoops. They took the hoops off of basketball courts. I mean, you can't do anything. Stay your butt in the house. And if somebody was like, I had an event like right as soon as the pandemic started, like March, like if everything got shut down like March 15th, I had an event like the next week in the 21st. And it was like, okay, we're gonna or it was either the week after everything got shut down or it was the week before everything got shut down. And it was like one of those deals where they were talking about, hey, we're gonna limit the capacity or limit the size of gatherings and things like that. And this dude was like, yo, we're gonna have 50 people up in here. Yo, I need my order. No problem. No problem. And that was it. That was the last big-ish event that I did for quite some time. KC's the same here. Yep. Communication to someone about the smoke ring. Man, you see, Bumpy, I'm taking a sip on that one. Hey, you know what? Hey, Jimmy, just want to say thank you so very much. This is my half-gallon container. Hey, Kurt, you still around? Kent hasn't checked in. Bailey, I know he was here a couple weeks ago. He isn't here today, and Alton hasn't checked in this evening either. But I wanted to give you guys a shout out. That is one of the other drinking vessels that I have. This one now is filled with ice, the bougie ice, and water, where it's typically filled with coffee, but I don't drink coffee that early in the morning anymore because I'm fasting. So yeah, uh-huh. Da, 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 da. Yep. B says I have, but I made them do the disclaimer on my PayPal, so they have no recourse. Same thing. When I have a bigger event, I will tell people in the PayPal notes, hey, the terms and conditions. The terms are basically, hey, look, you hold on one second. Taste testing number one. The salad was not the loud part of you making it, but all I hear now is the fork banging off the sides of the metal bowl. Why wouldn't you put that in a plastic bowl or something like that so it wouldn't be so daggone loud? This one was the right size, but it's not the right. You know what you should do? You should use the plastic bowl that you used earlier and put the salad in there. Do I look amused right now? I mean, shush. Anyway, Jimmy says an atom smoker, metal smoker doesn't need pellets. No, it doesn't. Guns Barbie says COVID was a killer for me this past year. 3 weddings and 4 graduation parties canceled this year. Had 2 turkeys canceled for Thanksgiving too. Look, Brian says I feel your pain. Only problem with Trigger is no one has given me a Traeger. Well, you know what, Bottle Cap? My wife gifted me a Traeger for Christmas, and I mean, I use the Traeger most. I do. It's pretty crazy how different states handle it. I mean, I get that in the Midwest is less population. Yeah, but Captain Newbie, man, in Maryland, we have a higher population. And because of the fact that we have a higher population, we have a higher population density, which means there's more people. More people get sick. But one of the things that was crazy, all these people were like, I vividly remember talking to folks that were in the Midwest, like, oh, we'll never get it here. Yes, you will. Take some precaution. No, we don't have to wear a face covering. We'll never get it here. 30 days later, and I mean, it just took a while. Anthony says, how do you feel about the perfect air draft blower? Not 100% sure. I've never heard of that specific one, but if it is like the DigiQ or one of those like blowers that has a thermometer, a temperature probe that you put inside the smoker, and it blows air in to kind of regulate your temperatures. VH's dad dash, man. Oh, that was that was a that wasn't very how do I say? It's not that wasn't as bad as it could have been. Like these guys will tell you, VH, you haven't been on live streams very much, but there are times when I mute the live stream. If I mute the live stream, it's mute the live stream and cover my face so you guys don't hear the berating of what I'm saying to them. Yeah. Yeah, Kirk says there's a tick that can bite you, makes you allergic to meat. He says it's scary. So Kirk, not funny you mentioned that, but Tony, what is Tony's? Tony lives, and oh my gosh, I'm straight drawing a blank because I haven't seen Tony in the comments in a while. But Tony got bit by a tick, and I cannot remember whether or not, I do believe it's Lyme disease, but I do not remember whether or not he was paralyzed from the tick bite or something else happened. But Tony is in a wheelchair, and he cannot eat, and I'm not sure if it's beef and pork or if it's just beef, but there's certain meats that he cannot eat because of the fact that he has had Lyme disease. Johnny says, ice machine, almost got one of those ice machines, just cannot make myself hit the buy button. I'm telling you, hold up. You know what? We're gonna post the link to the ice machine once again, because every week we talk about the ice machine, and I'm telling you, Johnny, let's see. Johnny, you get this ice machine, and you will be like, I get it now. I get it. Like, seriously. And I'm getting the link to the ice machine, and we are going to, let's talk. Yeah. Okay. Do yourself a favor and get yourself this ice machine, Johnny. Johnny, you know how you told me about the Topo Chico and you broke it down on the Topo Chico and you broke me off and like you educated me on the Topo Chico? Johnny. Do yourself the favor and get yourself this ice machine. Treat yourself to this ice machine. You will thank me later. It is the absolute best. Taste tester number 1. Would you agree that the ice machine is one of the best things I've ever bought for the house? He said, I will concur. He has a mouthful of salad right now. Are you going to elaborate more? Or was that it? No, this is real practical and it's nice ice. He said it's really practical and it's nice ice. And it fills up really fast. Yeah, so the ice maker is off right now because it is full. Converse says part of the hate for Trigger is when they started cheapening the overall build and sending production in China. Just what I've heard over the years. Well, comrade, I mean, to be completely honest, businesses are in business to make money. And if I can't be mad at folks for making money by cheapening the process, but it's one of those things. It's business. Seems like it would be more expensive to run a pellet grill than a traditional smoker. Pellets cost a lot. Johnny, see, I think that's where you and I are gonna disagree. I think where you live, wood is much cheaper. Where I live, bags of pellets cost about and last about as long, if not longer, than a tank of propane if I was using a propane grill. VH says, have you ever thought about explaining how to start a catering company? Something universal, something simple like first 10, I think you probably say steps to starting a catering company. Yes, VH, I have. And you are like, that is one of the. So I have this note right here, and I was talking to Ricer from Dead Barbecue, and it says top 5 things to think about before you start an SS Catering. I was one, obviously one-handed writing, but I was writing rather quickly. And I have been writing down ideas for videos in the past few weeks, and yeah, B says it's the freaking flu. No, COVID is not the flu. I'm trying to catch up on comments. Wife found me a charbroil grill to take places. All right, nice. Hey, did you clean up whatever it is you had in the sink? Like, did you rinse out the bowl?
It's already in the wash.
I was in the washer, the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Is the trap cleaned out in the dishwasher? Can you check? Thank you. Can you make sure there's nothing in the sink? And then can you turn out the light since you're in the kitchen? That's the real reason I go back so you can turn out the light in the kitchen. All right. Johnny says, but I do want a pellet grill. I'm just cheap. Hey, you know what, Johnny? I look, I get it. I would have, it's one of those things where my wife bought it for me because she was like, hey, I think you know what? I'm gonna buy this thing for you. Okay. And it's like every now and again we do things like, I mean, not for nothing. My wife has been, losing weight, and it's awesome. And we were going to the gym, and she was working out and walking the treadmill at work and in the gym and things like that. And then COVID hit, and she hasn't been able. So it was like, all right, well, she was walking outside while it was warm, but then it got cold. We live in it. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna buy you a treadmill, and I spent $800 on a treadmill, and it was like, I'm not going to say, hey, this is your Christmas present, but I'm like, listen, um, happy birthday. My wife's birthday is December 18th. I'm like, happy birthday. And, maybe just a little bit of Christmas. I'm like, yo, this is $800. I don't have $800 to just be like, oh, hey. So, I mean, we buy things for each other when necessary. We buy those gifts. It's just like one of those things where, when your spouse or when your kids or when somebody wants something and they won't buy it for themselves, so you just take the liberty to buy it for them. And that's what I did with her for this treadmill, and that's what she did with me for the Traeger. Like, I wouldn't have bought it for myself. Do I want it? Yeah. Would I have spent money on it? Probably. But it would have been just like, you know what, Johnny, like if your wife bought the ice maker, you would enjoy it and you'd be like, oh my God, I get it. I get it. But I'm telling you, man, it's sometimes you just have to treat yourself. Victor says, I've been thinking about the red meat problem with folks on turkeys and have decided to give a small sample of brisket to explain about the smoke ring and get my foot in the door, so to speak. Yeah, I agree. Johnny says, I want a pellet grill, but I want an LSG or a Yoder. But I'm cheap, so I have the expensive taste and a cheap budget. Johnny, I know all about that. Kirk says, like turkey bacon. I'm just going to keep on scrolling. I ain't going to listen to you, Kirk. You see me mumbling? Yeah. Mike says, it was 25 degrees in my house yesterday and took me 3 hours to get my fire going. Any types of suggestions? Yes. Take some wood in the house. You have to warm up some wood. When your wood is frozen, it will be a bear to get it started. Once you get your fire started and your wood going, then you need to preheat your wood. I swear to you, I thought Kirk, not Kirk that's here, but Kirk that built the smokers, I thought he was crazy when he told me about preheating the wood. I'm like, preheat the wood? Why would you do that? Like, what sense does that make? Like, you toss the wood in the fire. Nah, bruh. When you toss cold wood into the fire, it brings down the temperature of the fire because you have to fight the cold wood temperature to get it up to combustible temperature in order to get your fire to go up in temperature. When you preheat your wood is already it's like warmed up and it's ready to go. It's ready to race. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to go. All right. Chuck that log in the fire, chuck that split in the fire. Man, we off to the races. You're like Usain Bolt out there. All right. I mean, it makes a big difference. It's something so very simple. So, Mike, if you know that you're going to be starting a fire with wood, bring 4, 6, 8 pieces, 8 splits inside the house and warm them up. Just bring them up to room temperature, aside from having them outside in the cold where they're frozen. The ice is going to be a detriment to you getting your fire going. Uh, if you can get your fire going, once you get your fire going, then you're off to the races, and you can let the fire, like the byproduct of the heat loss, do what's necessary to get um, the rest of your wood going. Guns Barbecue says, I got the perfect draft in case I ever had temp issues. Just get that extra airflow. I think I could have spent $300 in a better way. I don't have an opinion per se about the quote unquote perfect draft. I did use a DigiQ on Vicky at one point, and I tell you, it didn't make I'm gonna say a bit of difference, but Vicky needed a higher CFM than what the DigiQ that I was given would allow, and it didn't make a difference. I have a friend that can't eat pork. She makes me make jalapeno poppers with turkey bacon. Kills my soul just a little more each time, man. Don't do that, Bottle Cat, man. I'm telling you, don't yuck someone else's yum. If there's something you take away from me tonight, don't yuck someone else's yum. Like eating vegetarian and or vegan is not for me. I like my beef brisket. I love my beef ribs. I like chicken. I enjoy turkey. I love me some lamb. And, don't stop putting the salmon on my plate. Mm. But just as we said, some people can't actually eat it. It makes them sick. Jimmy says, I'm so glad my wife wanted the ice machine. Yes. Cars and Q's get drier wood. I'm telling you, man, it's not even about the wood being wet or dry. It's the temperature of the wood. KC says, I haven't returned to my catering business in over a year. Things are still shut down. I've been on unemployment ever since this crap started. And you know what? You know how we thank those folks who are in the service and in the military and things like that. Thank you to those who are who have been affected the most. Like seriously, I'm very grateful and fortunate that my job, I'm telling you, my job has not missed a beat, man. I won't say I don't talk about it often, but I work on a IRS contract for I work for a government contractor on an IRS program, an IRS contract. And what that means is we support the IRS. Has the IRS shut down during this whole thing? Yes, they have. They have limited the things that they are doing. But have they shut down 100%? No. Uncle Sam's going to get his money. You going to pay your taxes. That's for daggone sure. So I have been and remain gainfully employed. So B says, I'm catering a big event for Proud Boys this weekend. I'm stoked. Okay. Rick's barbecue and specialty. What's up, Rick? He says, hello. Hey, Bumpy, be easy, man. Thank you very much, man. I definitely appreciate you hanging out. Sheldon says, this is awesome. I have one. Best ice machine ever. Yep. Sir Pro says, You need a new torch for cooking made by Sear Pro. Oh, I do. Sear Pro, well, you need our new torch for cooking. Well, Sear Pro, there is a link in the description for my PO box. Send it. All right. I mean, you know, still gonna send it. I'm not buying no ice machines, fishing poles, etc. until the insulated vertical smoker is here at my home. After that, I can start thinking about acquisitions again. I hear you. Sure, bro. I gotta check that out because map gas is expensive. Yeah. So Pro, if you haven't or do not, I would highly recommend setting up or sending with your kit um the adapter to take from a 20-pound tank. I think it's a 20-pound propane tank to that 1-pound bottle adapter. Throw out some of your ideas for future videos. So I mean, things to think about before you start catering, things to think about before an event. You know, definitely things to I've thought about. Johnny, there's a lot of things that I've been thinking about. I just have not. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm ready. I have to get in the right mindset, if you will. I'm sure you know what I mean. We kind of have to say, okay, I gotta get all of these things in line. I gotta get all these things in place before I start. And you know, I want to have some clear and some concise thoughts, because when you're cooking, you're just, I mean, it's all ad hoc, man. You know, oh, okay, boom, 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 boom. I'm just gonna roll with the punches, and then that's it. So, oh my gosh, I'm 5 minutes behind. MTG, what's going on, Johnny? FCB, what's up? He says, evening. Evening dash and chat. We recommend propane, but lots of our customers use map gas. I had to cancel a birthday caterer for someone turning 65 when Jen got COVID. I couldn't consistently consciously cook for them, knowing I may have had it. They understand though. That's what's up, man. I'm so sorry to hear that Jen had it. Kirk, that is. Hopefully she didn't get too sick, and obviously I didn't hear much about it. B says he got to preheat. Yes, indeed. Definitely got to preheat. Rick says that's what I tell my wife. You gotta preheat the wood, right, Rick? Right? You got to, yeah. I smoked my cherry wood to dry it out. Look, dude, I'm telling you, man, you'd be surprised how heating. So Sear Pro, you probably will not be able to post a link. YouTube is very funny about posting links or the ability to post links. And yeah. All right, VH says he's out. I'm sorry, I didn't up. I was just getting to the comment. Thank you, VH, man. Appreciate that. Casey says not brain science. What's up, Steven? He says, hey, yo, Dash. Good evening, my brother. Good evening, all. Smash the thumbs up button, y'all. Yes, indeed. VH, if you're still here, thank you so very much. He says, I'm out, Dash. Much love. He says, number one, don't yuck someone else's yum. Yep. Dang, Dash, you ain't going to like my video. No protein today. No, you know what, dude? I actually was kind of busy working today, so I didn't watch much YouTube. So it's nothing personal. I'm telling you, I am horrible about going back and looking at videos. So what ends up happening is this. Folks post a video, and if I'm not on YouTube and don't see your video at the particular time, and usually I'm on YouTube between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. while I'm at work. All right. So that's when I do the majority of my YouTube watching. So Monday through Friday. So those of you who post on Sunday, those of you who post on Saturday, those of you who post on Sunday nights or Monday nights or, you know, Tuesday nights, if I don't see it in the cycle in the next morning, like soon, I might miss it. And then what ends up happening, like Steven, for your videos, usually I am at work when your videos pop up. And I'm like, ooh, a video from Steven. let's see what Steven and Jacqueline have put together. But if I miss it, man, I rely on you to comment on my video, and I'm like, oh, hey, it's Wednesday. Hey, it's Tuesday. Hey, it's Thursday. I know Steven puts out a video. Like Craig from Jack's, was it Jack's Barbecue? Oh my gosh, Beers and Jack, Beers and Jack's, or Beers and Jack Barbecue. The clear's catching up. I can't think straight, but I know they put out videos on Sunday, and I'm like, did I watch the video today? Did I not watch the video? Johnny puts out videos on over the weekends. I'm pretty sure I've caught a couple of his videos over the weekend or earlier in the week, and there are times I straight miss them, and it's not for a lack of wanting to watch the video. I'm subscribed to a decent. I mean, you know as well as I do, you're subscribed to a decent amount of stuff, and you just can't watch it all sometimes. B says the IRS will never close until we get rid of the international banking cartel. Amy says, wait, what? Wait, what? What? What we talking about? Wait, what we waiting do good, bro? I'm gonna be the last guy. Someone's CJ Dutch, hot seat. How you feel about killing a good thing? Bottle Cat, man, you know what? I tell you, to be completely honest, I talked to someone about the hot seat, and I noticed that it did not seem to me like CJ's heart was still in it. He just seems like he's over it. Like it seems like, you know how they say, oh, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. It seems like it's work for him. Like he is not forcing it, but it seems like he is not having fun with it. And I think he's gotten to the point where the super shots and those things they just probably are taking a toll on him. That he's dreading and it's not the live stream. It's probably the day after, because he's dreading it. Like I sit and I drink while I'm here with you guys, but I have a limit to what I drink, because I know that if I'm going to have a good morning tomorrow, and my wife is not here, so it's just me, and I need to get my kids up tomorrow morning. Whereas on normal Thursday, my wife would be here, and I'm like, hey, I am faded right now. Can you get the kids up tomorrow morning so that I don't have to worry? But typically, we share those responsibilities, so it's like, whatever. Hold up. Did I miss Alton come in here? No. Adam, be easy, man. Just let it roll. I'm gone. You're 70 comments behind. Don't take it easy. I'm so sorry. Hey, Johnny. Some of us work. Okay. All right. No problem, Steven. I post usually Saturday, but sometimes Friday morning if it's a holiday and folks are off on Friday. Okay. Mimi? Mike says I try to do a video when I have time. Do the work. Yeah. Totally agree and understand, Mike. Sometimes you like, people have asked me like, how did you keep that schedule that you had? And I'm like, thank goodness I was I was like the Maytag repairman. I didn't have to do anything until something happened. But when something happened, it was all hands on deck, and that was it. Yeah. I had to, like, I would, those would be the days, and I'm hot and getting hot, but I haven't shaved. So we're gonna put that back on. But the days when I didn't get the the days in which I didn't get the edit done at work were the days I came home and had to finish the edit at home for the next day. But I mean, I don't say usually, but typically, it yeah, it wasn't a problem. I mean, I'd sit down at work and I'd usually start working on a video about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Now, mind you, I got to work at 6, so I would do the things I had to do. Then I'd go to lunch. If there was something that had to be done as far as like a little bit of metrics or a report here or there, I'd take care of it between like 11 and when I went to lunch. And I would, like I said, I would start editing about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then I would edit to about 11. So that's 3 hours. Usually, a lot of times, or sometimes, depending on the video and what it was, I could have the video done in those 3 hours. If I had the video done, then perfect, great. While I was, I'd have it start to render. The render would take place, and then while I was out at lunch, I would have the upload, go to YouTube. And those of you guys who are in my Patreon subscribers, you guys would have access to the video. I'm sorry, I'm clearing my watch out here. Thank you, Mr. Richard. He paid the rest of his bill. That's what's up. Victor says I have to get to bed. Our customer got hacked and then messed up every paper plant they have in the USA. So things are crazy. This is good night all. Yes. Victor, thank you so very much, man, for hanging out. Definitely appreciate talking to you. You and I have talked offline from time to time. And just want to say thank you, man. You're a great voice of reason, and really just have to say thanks. Jimmy says it's great when I can do 2 videos in one weekend. It's almost like a pressure is off for a week. Jimmy, I completely understand. And, that's one of the things that people don't understand, man. Like, I used to, I work from home on Tuesdays. So I would film a video on Tuesday a lot of times. And then I might film a video over the weekend. Well, if I film the video over the weekend, then it's like, all right, cool. But if I work from home that Thursday, for sure, typically, and I work from home that Friday. I work from home every other Friday. And I film the video. Excuse me. And I film the video. So if I could film 3 videos in 1 week, that was a week and a half worth of content. And man, it is a relief when you're like, oh, I don't have to worry about filming something this, today. It's like, oh, it's Tuesday. All right, well, I usually film on Tuesday when I'm cooking lunch for my wife and my kid. Potato sauce number 1 is still home, but I'm like, I don't have to film it. Okay, I'm cooking over the weekend. Hey, I steamed that fish. Yeah, I could have made a video out of that. I made some St. Louis spears last week. I could have made a video out of that. I'm not in the right headspace for that right now. I don't want to do that right now. Will I do it again? Yeah, but not right now. Hey, Uncle Bull, we just gonna keep that to ourselves. And let me just tell you, I called dibs first. Laura is here. How are you doing this evening? Yes, indeed, Mimi. Mike says I'm trying to figure out how to do an intro for my videos. You just have to film a separate video. And it can be, 15 to 30 seconds. And then what I do is that intro bit, I tack it into each of my, videos coming up. Steven said, Jimmy, I got a few videos stored away. Definitely it takes the pressure off. Yes, indeed. Laura says 2 to 4 weeks, they said. Oh, goodness gracious. Laura, oh my gosh. I'm not pressed, and I'm not surprised either. Kirk says, hey Dash, how about a quick moment of silence? Give people a second to go and smash that thumbs up. Please and thank you. Hey, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. I know we kind of just, I lose track and I don't stay on topic, on subject for very long. I know that. But you know what? Sometimes this is just us hanging out and drinking under the veil, under the guise of talking about something constructive. Because y'all know as well as I do, there are times when we just say what we have to say. We just talk about what we're going to talk about. And it's loosely veiled under the constructive topic. Yeah. Uncle Bull says, just wanted to wake you up. Yeah, whatever. Laura, I know. I'm just at this point with the with mail. I'm so over it. Grumpus, he says, hey, Dash and everybody. I was like, really? But it will go out tomorrow. Can't wait for you to see this stuff. Well, I am so excited to yeah, I'm so excited. Excuse me. Yeah. Man, hey, so Laura, let's just put that into perspective, and this is what Steven says. Steven, who was in Trinidad and Tobago, he says, Dash, it took 7 months for your stuff to get here. I thought it was lost. I too thought it was lost, Steven, but I said I'm gonna, remain hopeful, and yeah. He said the Smarties, is for you. Thank you, sir. Laura, you know what? Like, I really can't say thank you enough to those of you guys. I mean, like, really. Yeah, Laura. I sent it. So the problem was I sent his package like the very week or very close. Yeah, thanks, Victor. I sent his package. So thank you, Victor. I sent his package very, very close to the beginning of the pandemic. And I mean, it suffered big time because, I mean, wow. We thought, and you know what the worst part is, when I sent it, I'm like, oh yeah, I sent it and it has tracking, whatever. And I took the receipt and I threw the receipt in a box, right? I keep the receipts in a box in case I ever have to, I need to do something with them. And, yeah, so I didn't have the tracking number for the package either. Steven hit me up and he's like, hey man, where's the, do you have the tracking? I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I even looked for the tracking, went through my box of receipts, and I'm like, I think I paid cash for it and took the receipt and crumpled it up and tossed it away. I tell you what, every single package that I've sent since then I've taken a picture of the tracking to send it to the person that I'm going to receive it. And yeah, not going to do that ever again. I'm going to make sure any and everything I sent. Speaking of which, Victor, be on the lookout. There's something coming your way. All right. I forgot to send you a message, but I'll send you the tracking number soon. Grumpus sent something. Excuse me. Grumpus sent something to Steven. He says it hasn't gotten it yet. Grumpus said he sent it in October. Holy cow. Steven says, Grumpus, I hope it's not ice cream. Laura says, I have tracking too. Great. All right. She says, I sent it to your email, probably. Yes, look at that. Oh no, that's not. That is not. Holy cow, Mr. Richard. Thank you so very much, man. Definitely a pleasure. Yes, Laura, I did. So I watched the video. So Laura was talking because of the video last week. We were talking about fishing and things like that. Oh, Laura, actually, I want to tell you. I checked out the poutine place too. Well, yeah. Well, I sent you a picture and an email. So yeah, you knew I checked it out. But I'm gonna elaborate a little bit. Give me a second here. All right, look at that, Ricer. Good job, buddy. Okay, so let's see. Boom. Shoot. I'm looking at stocks right now. Watching a couple things. Like I should have made some moves and stuff earlier, but I slept. Let's see. We all know EPS is dependable through rain, sleet, or snow. Yeah. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. Hey, Victor, have a great evening. Thanks you very much. Steven says, Grumpus, I still have time. He says, October is not long ago. Considering, man, that is a bad thing. Look, I'm going to have some animal crackers, so don't mind me. Oh, man. Dude. Yeah, Grumpus. Mm. Mm. V said he made a killing on GameStop. Well, let me just tell you, I had AMC. I bought some at $6. I bought some at $5. I bought some at $3, and I bought some at $2. So today was a good day. All right. Holy cow. Laura says, "Are they tasting?" No, they're not hers. Actually, I think they're my wife's. Jamie, they are rookies. They know that this happens every Wednesday. You think they would train for this event? Goodness gracious. They suck, Jamie. You tell them I said so tomorrow. Well, tell them I said thank you for watching first, then tell them that they suck. B says he got in at 18. Is that what you said? God. 138. Nah, GameStop is higher than that, buddy. Let me see. Because GME, it was at like $2.99 or something. Right now, currently it's at $2.92. In after hours trading, $2.92. Yeah. Golly. I wish. AITX. Man, I don't mess too much with penny stocks, man. Because you get a false sense of I don't want to say hope, but you're like, oh, it's 13 cents a share. I'm gonna buy 100. Yeah. Well, 100 shares, it drops 13 cents. It's still a lot of money. 261 million shares today. It is going up. Golly. Man, I don't like penny stocks. I'll keep the tab open and I'll keep an eye on it. The zones I tried their hand in fancy food, planting skills, stacking food, sausages, and the artsy kind of stuff. KB, the artsiest I get is like a little drizzle every now and again on barbecue sauce on top of some pulled pork. AITX has gone up 2,000% since Monday. Well, yeah, when the stock was at 6 cents and it's gone up to 13 cents. It was at 19 on Tuesday and it's now at 13 cents. I mean, yeah. You know, I just, like I said, man, anticipate orders in hand. Like I said, I'll keep my eye on it for sure. 100 shares for 13 cents, 13. Oh, wow, FCB, I'm aware, but the thing is this: you're lulled into a sense of, oh, I'm gonna buy $100 worth of it. Well, you buy $100 worth of it, and it loses 5 or 6 cents. You're out half of your money. Ask me how I know. I mean, it's you know, it's a numbers game. It's like, oh, I like I like lower value stocks because the potential earnings is much higher. Like I tell you, Moderna. We talked about Moderna uh, on this live stream months ago. Alton told me about Moderna. MDR Moderna. Let me see. He told me about Moderna. D. Come on. Let's see. What's Vig? Don't forget the Vig. Funny. MODERNA, if I could spell. mRNA. All right. So Moderna right now is at 154. Alton told me about Moderna when it was at $30. And at the time, January, nah, man. The problem, oh, this is year to date. I need 1 year. Yeah. Alton told me about it when it was at $30. And I vividly remember like putting it on a watch list. And I was like, man, Alton, I can't afford $30 a share because I was just getting into the market. And the problem is, if I knew now if I knew then what I know now, I would have put in a lot more money, a lot more shares into Moderna. Yeah, the IRS is coming. I know. Got to get creative with my returns and stuff like that. So, but Moderna is, back at almost all-time highs. Ooh, yeah, all-time high is 178 or 52-week range, 178. So I mean, it's one of those things. Anyway, just watching a couple things, here and there. Anybody? So, B, did you get in on Naked today? Naked Brand Group Limited, NAKD. says that's why I'm happy about GameStop. Yeah, Grumpa says I started my day naked. Let me just. What is the ticker for TMI? TMI. This is Trend Micro Incorporated. They're not doing much anything. They're actually down today. Uncle Bull says, so what are we using to buy stocks? I have an account. I have credit cards through Chase. So with Chase, they're like, hey, you should start an investment. And I was like, okay. And I started this investment. Like I did the paperwork for the account back in like February of last year. And my wife and I were talking in March, and she's like, hey, she's like, we really need to get into the stock market. I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, I don't want to lose any money. Like, I don't have any money to be losing like that. And she's like, nah, And she talked me into it. And man, I mean, let me just tell you, I started a brokerage account through Chase, which is who my credit card company. And I mean, once I got it started and kind of figured out what was going on, I was like, man, this is easy. So I use Chase. Now earlier tonight, I actually did start a Robinhood account, and I did that just to kind of diversify. I did that to diversify and have a little bit of liquidity. So yeah, basically, I'm going to be looking at and watching a couple, key stocks, if you will, and kind of go from there. Oh, B, I am fully aware. I am as well on Reddit and know all about it. I don't know where she so the girls, but I never got it. Was it a bad case? But what was going to happen? She's a nurse dealing with the first hand. Well, Kurt, tell her I said thank you for being on the front line for sure. Papa Bear, what's going on, Justin? Little Fish, what's up? So you're using the app or website to monitor? A little bit of both, Uncle Bull. So I tell you what, one of the most dynamic places to watch your stocks is Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance does a very, very excellent job, all in one place, all in one page. And the beautiful thing about it is if you have a tab open, it will tell you like the ticker price up and down all day long. So today I had AMC open all day. I had Nokia open all day. I think I'm gonna take Hertz off. I don't know though. I might get some Hertz. BlackBerry, which is BB, like currently is down to $23, but these folks are talking about trying to drive BlackBerry up to 50 or 100. GameStop right now is at 292. 292. I think I might have to. I mean, I can't afford to buy more than one share, and it's like, how much do I want to? Like, you have to figure out what you want to really do, because $300 of one share of GameStop, in the grand scheme of things, if I can make 134% gain, that's great. But at the same time, my shares in AMC today, I made 300% gain in my shares in AMC. Like 300% gain on the shares just today. That, that doesn't include past profits. So I won't say earnings, but my return today was like, now I only have 25 shares of AMC. I bought a couple here, bought a couple there. So I mean, I did not get rich by any means, but I mean, a $350, 400 day in returns, that's a good day. But would I much rather get $350, $400 in returns off of a lower dollar stock than I would GameStop? I believe the answer is yes. But there are some people who are talking about trying to get GameStop to 1,000. And I'm like, I mean, today is Wednesday, and they're like, yo, we're going to keep running it up until Friday. Because it's $292 is huge. I bought it for 18. Yeah. Yeah, Justin says we need a Dash Catering Advice Facebook group where we all Dash fans can post and help each other. I'll tell you what, Justin, I apologize, but I am not the biggest fan of Facebook. I get on Facebook every now and again because kind of I have to. Smoking Chris, how you doing? How you doing? Pardon me, I'm gonna indulge in a couple more animal crackers. $800 a lot of money for something for me to hang clothes on. Yeah. What's going on? Shoot. So, one of my earlier videos was in regards to animal crackers. And the question was, do vegans and vegetarians eat animal crackers? Like one of those food for thought things. No worries, Justin. It's quite all right. Captain Newbie, I'm glad you have the same warped sense of humor I do. Because, yeah. Ooh. Grumpus, that's so funny. Let me find one, and I'll show you. Ooh, look. This? Oh, damn it. This is a cow. Definitely eat those. Look, another cow. Eat those too. Nope, that's a cat. Oh, that looks like a horse. Horse meat's fine. That's a buffalo. Tastes great. I can't find the pig. The horse, a rhino, camel. I've never had camel before. KB says, your channel has helped a lot here recently. My guy, I appreciate the knowledge. Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate you watching and commenting. I'm just a regular guy, right, Kirk? Damn it, I'm trying to find a pig. What is this? Oh, that's an elephant. There's a cat. What is that? What do you guys think this one is? So I straight to say, secondhand vegetarian. Cows eat grass. I eat cows. Yes, indeed. I feel like a spoonful of Gerber is gonna come at me. Captain Newbie, come on, open up. Open up. Oh man, Jimmy, it is partially that. I tell you. So what's crazy is, again, this is one of those things that's not. I don't see any pigs, horses, camels, like lamb. This looks like a lion, elephant, rhino. I don't see any pigs, so sorry. Jimmy, I'll tell you what it is. I'm hungry because I've been fasting, doing intermittent fasting, and I have actually, um, as of Monday, I lost 10 pounds in a week. So, mm, not for nothing. My wife is away, and I'm like, you know what? She's on vacation. I'm on diet vacation too. Yeah, it's a tiger. That looks like a tiger to me, or a lion. I don't know. What do you think? Lion, tiger, bear. Oh my. Hippopotamus, yes. Captain Newbie, I'm glad you got it. Watching the guy eat animal crackers on YouTube. What's wrong with me? KB, there's nothing wrong with you. You know why you're here? Because you never know what we're going to do. And by we, I mean me. I mean, it's like whatever. As anything called out makes you think of badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, badger, 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 badger. Yo, you have to be old um to understand. Captain Lewis is crying right now. Grandma says I've been fasting since dinner. How about this? Rhino, 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 horsey, horsey, rhino, 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 horsey, horsey. Mhm. Oh, Soaking Joe, what's going on, man? Chocolate animal crackers. Yes, I knew I liked you. Those are hard to find though. Jimmy says he's doing a 16-hour intermittent fasting. I've been doing a 12/8. Um, and I try to keep to it, but there's some days where I'm like obviously. So last week was basically the first week where I started, and I was like, I'll be damned if I'm fasting during the live stream. Like I'm going to eat and I'm going to drink during the live stream, but I stopped drinking at 10 o'clock last week. So I was like, all right, I ate until and drank until 10. Tonight, it's 11 o'clock. Mm, Smoking Chris is. Am I excited for the Super Bowl game? Are the Eagles playing? Yeah. Yeah, Laura says I'm taking it. I'm trying it, but when I take meds later, I have to have a bite of something. I completely understand, Laura. So one of the things that I will say is been an advantage. I told you guys I'm type 2 diabetic, and my blood sugar has been, I won't say high, but it has been higher than I would like it to be, and my endocrinologist would like it to be. With the intermittent fasting, it really brings my sugar down. I mean, to the point where I've been in a low sugar state, and I'm like, it's low because I haven't eaten anything. Like if I ate something, it would be hovering right about in the 80s or 100s or whatever. Yeah, but it can get and because my sugar has I won't say always, but consistently been high. When my sugar goes low, I don't have like one of those I'm getting ready to fall out. Like there's some people who when their sugar gets low, they fall out and like can have a an episode. Thank goodness my sugar has never gotten to that point, and it usually never does. But when it gets down under 60, I have an alert, an app on my phone from the monitor that I use. It's like your sugar is very low, and I'm like, it's cool. I got this. Like I'm getting ready to eat in 20 minutes. Don't worry. Like I got this, and it alerts me every like however many minutes until it sees my sugar go up. But I'm like, yo, in the meantime, I'm like, oh, this is annoying, and I'm about to turn this alarm off. But yeah. Justin said, "Are you doing any catering for the Super Bowl?" So far, I have one order from Mr. Richard, who lives across town, who was actually one of you guys who watches the videos and is on the live stream from time to time for a while. Laura says, I have an easy bake oven with the little cookie cutters like that dash. I can make some. How funny is that? That's what's up. Regular guy with a similar hobbies. He says, and a love for cooking. There you go, KP. This is why we are friends. Still have the boxes empty. Oh, nice. What are you taking for OT? For OT? Hmm. Great running fast, man. Your start. I'm on 19.5 schedule. It's going awesome. Down 40 after 90 days. Stick with it. Holy cow. 19.5. Man, my problem is this. I'm up too early in the morning and I'm usually up too late at night. So, like, oh my gosh, man, it kills me when I am up at 4:30 in the morning and I get to work and it's 6 o'clock and I'm like, I get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and because of the fact that I haven't eaten anything since, and that's my own fault. I say I'm doing a 12-8, but what ends up happening is I'll eat at like 3 or 4 o'clock, and then something will happen or something will go on, and then by the time I'm able to eat again, it's like 8:30, and I'm like, I missed my window, so I'm not going to eat again. I'm trying to do that. My wife is like, you need to plan your day a little bit better. You need to bring something with you to eat. And I'm like, you're just saying I told you so nicely. Because my wife has been doing this for almost 2 years now, maybe even three. And I've done it off and on, but I finally just kind of said, all right, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I say I'm doing a 19-8 or an 12-8. Yeah, 12-8. 12-8? Noon to 8 o'clock? Yeah, 12-8. Sorry. But what ends up happening is I'm like, oh, I'll go 15 hours one day. I'll go 16 hours one day. I'll go 18 hours one day. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a plan. And I kind of just wing it. And I'm like, okay, well, something happens and it happens. But if I get the opportunity to eat, and if it's after 8 o'clock, I'm not gonna eat. So then the next day, I'm paying for it, and I am hungry. Like I wake up like, yo, you didn't eat. What happened? Like what happened? What happened? And then it'll be like, oh, by the time shoot, 7 o'clock runs around, 8 o'clock runs around, 9 o'clock runs around, 10 o'clock. Yo, there's been times where I'm like, yo, F this. I'm going to eat right now. I'm going to eat something right now. And I will break at 10 o'clock. But I have put in a decent amount of hours. But in the end is, where it messes up. The carry pills to help bring sugar up if needed. No, Laura. My sugar is, like I said, it's typically high. And, and I don't usually have to worry about that. And when or if my sugar drops down, I can look at the time and say, oh, hey, I'm going to be eating within the next 20 minutes to an hour. So I'm not worried. It's not like it's going to fall out into the 20s or anything. Capner says, oh, and hello from the Great White North, eh? Yeah, Capner, I wasn't going to, like, I called a couple people out for coming in and start talking, and then they didn't even say hi. I'm not even gonna call you out. I'm just, it is what it is. Hey yo! Second thumbs up. Thank you, Steven. Definitely appreciate it. I use the live fasting to track fasting and create circles of friends to encourage. Yeah, my wife is on she just recently, whatever the fasting app that she's using to help track. Oh man, AMC's up to 16. I won't say I could hurry up. Let's see, can I do Robin Hood? From my laptop, because I just put it on my phone earlier. And maybe I can make, yes I can. Shit. Perfect. Let me in. Okay, I'm type 2 diabetic with IF and keto. Once stop using insulin, A1C went from 11 to 5.9. Well, my A1C, with using my medicine properly, went to a 6.9. Okay, so went to a 6.9. Oh, come on. All right. Before I get locked out. So Justin, yeah, it went to a 6.9, and I'll be honest, I'm happy with the 6.9. But I can't I cannot do keto. Uncle Bull says not good to yo-yo with it. Man, type 2 for 30 years. Sheesh. Jimmy said, planning your day is so easy to say, but in reality, man, who you telling? Cypress Solar, yes, I do drink coffee. My coffee, I like extra cream, and I've been drinking Splenda in my coffee for years. But when I fast, I can and do drink black coffee. Columbus, you're funny. Never done the keto coffee? Is that like the bulletproof coffee when you put butter in it? Good night, FCB. Thank you so very much for hanging out. One of my days at a competition I have planned out. And they color coded spreadsheet down to the minute. But give me a Saturday with a bunch of house chores. Where does the time go? Yeah, man, I understand. Uncle Bull says I'm down to 40 once and I caught get off the couch. I couldn't get off the couch to get anything. Really? Barbecue Matterdam says, what's going on, everybody? Are you Trulicity? I'm at A1C 6.6. Uncle Bull says, I'm on Trulicity. I'm on the 1.5 dose of Trulicity, and my A1C is. But then again, it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do better, but I'm not going to not do. I'm not going to like. I mean, you only live once, man. I'm a fat kid and I love cake, and you know what? If I want to have some ice cream, guess what? I'm going to have tonight. I'm going to have some ice cream. But the next day, I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna make conscious choices to okay, I'm gonna have some like I'll have some seafood. I will have some plenty of vegetables. So there's a balance. But yeah, like I said, my A1C is 6.9. Last I checked, and last I checked was a week or two ago, or not checked, but had it checked. My doctors are pretty good about wanting to meet like quarterly, every 4 months to 6 months. Like I think my next appointment isn't for 6 months, so yeah, I'll be all right though. A couple weeks ago about the catering. People ask me about catering all the time, man. Justin said try bullet coffee. All right, MCT or coconut oil. Frother and blend it. It's awesome. Also, take metformin in the area. Yeah, Uncle Bull. Metformin is definitely not my favorite thing to take. It we all know what metformin does, but especially if I forget a day or two and then I have to take it again, I'm like, ooh, buddy, that's gonna be a hard time. I ate wrong. So nothing small about me, Uncle Bull. Totally no. Jimmy says I'm down to 6.2 for the last 6 months. Just doing diet. I'm pretty pleased. Wow, that's what's up, Jimmy. Oh, okay. No problem, Barbecue Matter Dan. Yeah, B. cooking, I won't say the same thing, but cooking beef or, you know, cooking something that you just get tired of it, man. First love, yo, how you doing this evening? I mean, we're rolling with it. I'm probably, since I haven't been posting videos during the week, I mean, I figured we can kind of talk for 3 hours. Like, what the heck? Why not? Hmm. Mm. Well, if I read the instructions, I would have been in already. Verify your identity. Crap. Hold on 1 second, guys. 4888908. All right. And send me a text message. Yep. I know. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second, please. I swear I did this already. All right, Jason, how you doing? Probably just 3 hours. Jimmy says I've eaten enough meat to qualify as a wolf. Dirty keto is doable for a fat kid like me, man. I can't do keto. I can't do keto. There we go. Hell. There we go. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. Jason Singletary, how you doing? This is good videos about catering. I'm about to build my first smoker. Well, congratulations. What the heck? Just put on every account where you can. I don't know, man. I'm in IT, bottle cap, Chris, and sometimes my password is, I don't say pretty convoluted, but yeah. What's the next planned video? There is no next planned video. Like I don't know, Justin. I have been hemming and hawing about what exactly I'm going to do, and when I know, you will know. Yeah. Captain Newbie, I can understand that. Jimmy says, if I see another green bean, the freedom stick is going to bark several times, man. I went out and had some practice on the Freedom Stick. A couple of my Freedom Sticks today. I took out a couple of the nines and the 22. Uh, my buddy gave me some CCI Quiet, some subsonic. Oh my gosh, CCI Quiet in a 1522 pistol suppressed. What? Yo, I want to have some fun with that in my backyard. Cause man, hey Jimmy or Johnny, excuse me. Thank you so very much, man, for hanging out. B says, do you freeze briskets? I can and will freeze a brisket before it's cooked. And I'm also frozen brisket after it's cooked, man. I'm telling you, it's kind of one of those things where you you put it in something and yeah. Man. All right, we're not going to place that order. Yeah. Captain needs support ammo. Huh. Yo, Jimmy, you hear? So we were at the range. You heard the paper getting hit more, like the paper being penetrated more than you heard the action or the firing of the cartridge. Like, it was crazy. I've never used subsonic before. Like the quiet. What? Man, I'm gonna have a ball in my yard. Like from the house out the back door. Squirrels be forewarned, because I have a 1522 pistol, which is the rifle. I mean, I have the 1522 rifle. I can screw off the tip and put the suppressor on that, and man, I have that thing sighted in for 50 feet right now. It won't take very much for me to get it sighted in for 100 or 75. So, go ahead on, Mr. Squirrel. Go ahead on. Man, I can't wait to. I might have to sit out and turn it loose on some of them deer. And it's making fried rice. I made the rice yesterday. I went to cook today, and all stuck together and turned out like crap. So if your rice is stuck like that, bottle cap, then it probably is just too dry. What you might need to do is rinse your rice before cooking. Yes, rinse it. Rinse it one time, kind of swish your fingers in there, and then pour out the water. Rinse it one more time, swish your fingers in there, pour out that water, and then put water in it to cook it. That reduces and removes a lot of the, it's not starch, something it might be starch, something from the rice, which makes it stick together. And that's why your Chinese food rice, it doesn't stick together very much, and it's all apart because of the fact that they rinse it before they cook it. And that is the key to making fried rice. Sue and do a fish video. Yeah, I would love to go fishing. You ever think about doing the comparison, cooks on pellet, charcoal, gas, and wood burner, blind taste testing with all your taste testers? Justin, I have, but the problem is cooking multiple pieces of meat at the same time a lot of times. I mean, they are only who they are. Excuse me. And they can't, they're not going to eat. If I make 5 or 6 different things, they're not going to eat it. Yeah, they'll take a bite, but then there's going to be a waste on the tail end. Gabriel says you need a Target 22 pistol. So I have a couple 22 pistols. Ruger SR22, a Taurus TX22, a Ruger PPQ 22, and a Keltec TP33. Of the four of them, the Keltec will probably be the best target pistol. But I saw something on YouTube today talking about like a light and slide and a red dot equipped TX22. I tell you, there's so many folks that crap on Tauruses. I took out my G2 or G2C and my G3C today, and they were spot on. I have a 24/7 G2 and 45. No real problems with it. The TX22, it's got a threaded barrel. Man, I can put a suppressor on it. I love the few times I've taken that one out. I don't mind taking that one out and click 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 click. Man, I am going to have to play with the pistols and the quiet ammo, like for real. No, I don't eat them, but they're kind of a nuisance. They eat stuff around my house. Sure. All right, B. I'll take your word for it. And Jimmy, maybe I'll send them to you. Does taste tester number one lose the title? What do you mean lose the title? You cook a lot of meat stuffs. No problem, Laura. Heavy barrels, it's accurate all the time. All right. I mean, but see, my whole thing is this, right? Like, if I'm going to be doing anything target related on with the 22, I'm going to use the suppressor that I have, and I mean, there is no recoil with that thing. Peter Ritz, Whiskey and Spice. What? Fly tie. Yeah, I don't know any fly fishermen. Wow, $4 a piece, huh? That's wild. Yeah, I am. But the 1522 rifle, man, it's already quiet as is. Let's try. And if I take the muzzle brake or whatever thing, the tip of the barrel, whatever it is, consider it called, take that off, put the suppressor on there. What? All you're gonna hear is whatever the bang bit it hits. That's all you're gonna hear. I am looking forward to it. Like I said, my buddy gave me some quiet, and I'm like, what can I do with this? Captain Anubis' muzzles are welded. It depends on. I think some of the times it depends on the length of the barrel. Um, whether or not it's welded on or not. Jeez. I don't have one of those. I actually just bought my first lower, and we shall see. Oh, 17. We shall see how it works out. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely. Grumpus says, has it been difficult going cold turkey and not doing videos every week? No, it hasn't. You know why, Grumpus? Because it's like I talked to Ricer earlier today, and he called to kind of check on me and make sure everything's all right. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is what people who don't do YouTube do? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just kind of chilling, you know, like I'm enjoying the time off, if you will. So there's that. But yeah. Hello. How you doing? Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying the time off from. I won't say the hustle and bustle. It really wasn't hustle and bustle. Like I put a lot of stress on myself to get those things going. So you know, how you feeling? What is that, Cherie? How are you? Thank you for joining us. Glad to meet your acquaintance. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. First Love says, do I miss cooking for a large crowd? No, I don't. Usually, um, more people equals higher stress level for the most part. Um, oh, Miss Cherie, I'm glad to see you're doing better, or see you're feeling better. Glad to hear that. Tell me, says, yo, buddy, you still want that pound of, we never talked about a pound of that. That's not something that I do. So, hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't mind cooking for the masses. Um, it's just one of those things where, yeah, there are things that come along with cooking for the masses, and you know sometimes it can be stressful. That's all. Grandma says, well, I went cold turkey without your videos. I don't think I like it. Yeah. Tell me you got the wrong guy. Cause yeah, not me. We'll do that timeout thing. Kansas City versus Tampa Bay. Who I got? The Eagles. The Eagles. Beast is preaching to the choir. Yeah, I'm scared about Brady having a bad second half. He's gonna gonna crack maybe. Yeah, bruh, I don't know who you are. You talking about a pound of butt? Sure. Yep, you go right on. Miss me with that one. Uncle Bull says anyone but Brady. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to be rooting for Kansas City. Uh, Patrick Mahomes was my fantasy quarterback, not this year, but last year. So I'm like, all right, I have a vested interest. Also, Andy Reid, he was my um, coach. He was the coach in Philly for a long time. So I have love for Andy Reid, definitely. Be funny guy. First love, man. I'm telling you, I'm an Eagles fan through and through. I'm not one of those folks that is like all into the stats and what's going on in the day-to-day operations. I'm like, you know what? Did they win today? Yes, no, okay. I can carry on with my life. Usually during the weekends, I'm typically busy, and yeah. Justin said I got my first paid barbecue cooking coming up Saturday. I'm only doing 8 slabs of St. Louis ribs and 5 pounds of rib tips sold out within a day. A lot of people telling me I'm not charging enough. You know what, Justin? I've had people tell me the same thing. And it's one of those things where you kind of have to get to the point where you have gotten to the point where you have enough people who know your food and know your food and know what to expect, and then you can start raising the price. One of the other things that's going to help dictate your price is the price of the food that you're getting. If the price of, like, when brisket went up last year, listen, I was flat out telling people brisket's not a good option for right now. But if you really want brisket, it's going to cost you a little bit extra because the cost of brisket has gone up. Because the cost of brisket has gone up, I unfortunately have to pass those costs along to you. I'm not in the business of hustling backwards. I'm in the business to make money. I'm in business for business. And I was very appreciative to those people who still wanted brisket, but I wasn't volunteering to cook brisket. Let's put it that way, Justin. Hey, Ricer, what's going on, man? You missed it. I was talking about you earlier. Here, Justin asked me what the next topic was, and I told him, when you and I were talking, this is my scribble scrabble. This is, me quickly. This is top 5 things to think about before you start catering. And I'm reading this backwards, so yay me. Things to talk about before an event. Things to think about before an event. So yeah. Casey's having speed and deception. Alright, look. I tell you what, man, I guys, I was not very, very excited about football this year because the Eagles were so craptastic. Like, if the Eagles do better, then I'm more excited about football. When the Eagles aren't doing well, I'm like, I could take it or leave it. If I don't watch the Eagles play, I don't watch any football. I'm not one of those people. I'm a sports fan and I watch, games, but I'm not like going to stop doing what I'm doing to watch a football game. It's like I can do something more productive or I can do something, more counterproductive. Like binge watch, a specific series all weekend long. I'll do that as opposed to watching football. And I'm like, oh, look, I got an episode or 2 left. I'm gonna watch the damn episode that I spent all this time in the middle of the week and invested in. Uh, yeah, he didn't sneak in. He says hi. Mm-hmm. Captain Newbie says, so give me more. Yeah, right, sir. No worries, man. No worries at all. Already starting to talk. Taking orders for Super Bowl Sunday. Today, doing 10 slabs of St. Louis ribs. Sold 5 slabs already. Hoping to sell out by Tuesday. That's what's up. Definitely wish you great luck with that. Right here, closer. Yeah, I don't follow sports very often, but I was glad to hear that the Bulls made it into the World Cup. Thanks, Chris. That is right on brand for you. During the season, I don't care. I'm outside working on something. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. When it's warmer, I love to be outside. It doesn't always work out to be able to be outside. This past year though, I spent a lot of time cleaning up in my garages, and I mean, I spent a lot of time cleaning up out there. So though I didn't have a specific project to do, the overall project was like cleaning up in the garage, and it made a big difference. I actually was kind of just out there earlier, and I'm like, I gotta clean this place up again. Just yeah. All right. Well, shoot, we are almost at the 3 hour mark. Holy cow! I can't believe it. We are. Whew. Hmm. I'm in your corner, Dash. I did not watch the Packer game Sunday, and he will not talk to me if I told them. But I knew I wouldn't get anything done. Plus, they lost, so I never got mad. Yo, that's the thing, Ricer, man. I definitely agree with that. It's one of those things where if you look at the score, you can be like, oh man, they lost, and you'll be disappointed for a couple seconds and get over it. If you watch the game and watch them lose, man, that will stay with you. It will stay with you. You're like, man, you're second guessing and you're Monday morning quarterbacking, and you know better than the coach, and you know better than the defensive coordinator, and you know better than the offensive coordinator, and man, that is a slippery slope for sure. Again, the disappointment or the dejection of the your team losing and you seeing the score, it's like, oh man, what the heck happened? Then you watch the highlights, and the highlights don't give you enough of that in the weeds bit of the game, and you're like, oh, like it was all right. But when you watch the game and you see him go forward in the third and inches and not make it, when you see him go forward, or excuse me, fourth and inches and don't make it, when you see him, go forward on fourth down and you're like, what the hell? You're 35 yards from the goal. Put up a field goal. Why would you go for, 19 yards to make a first down? Like, what? Uh, Righteous says, exactly. I didn't even reply to the group text. He says, blood pressure stays even all day. Righteous. I'm telling you, man, I understand. Again, when I watch the Eagles game, man, I will pace. I will be up and down on the couch, and I'm very passionate about the Eagles football, but I know that I have other things I need to do aside from spend 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours watching a football game that I have absolute zero control over. And I'm like, I don't want it to ruin my day or my week or that couple moments. So I kind of do without. Captain Newbie brings up a very valid point. He says, but watching that failure when it's not your team is fun. But have you seen who my team is? Just asking. I mean, unfortunately, we have been the brunt of a lot of those mistakes this year. Jimmy, I like that one. He said the birds flew into a headwind this year. Yeah, man, we were just like that seagull hanging out in the wind, just kind of gliding and coasting, and not flapping his wings or anything like that. Man. Mm. Captain Newbie, he knows what I'm talking about. This is Giants here, so I got the other paddle. Yeah. Man, up the creek, right? Yeah, I already know, man. Mm. Goodness gracious! All right, guys, we're almost there. I'm like, we're so close to 3 hours. I want to finish the 3 hour mark here. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, look, any of you guys, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. Yes, Ricer. Like I said, I was talking about you earlier, talking about the fact that we spoke on the phone and you called and hit me up to check in on me, and I'm appreciative, man. I'm like, oh man, people actually miss me. Cool. Hmm. Thank you, Miss Cherie. Thank you so very much. If you, like I said, if you haven't hit that thumbs up button for me, I would greatly appreciate it if you could. It really does help, me feel better about doing these videos and like staying up because I'm like, but yes, it also helps these videos and it helps my channel. Uh, Captain Newbie says, like you, sir, I'm an IT, so gotta hit it. Have a great night. Yes, he says good night all. Righteous says, heck yeah, bro. But we all need a break from this rat race sometimes. Yes, indeed. The hamster wheel is real. The hamster wheel is real. And, I put a lot of these restraints, restrictions, and expectations on myself. But if I don't hold myself accountable, who will? I mean, I won't say who will because I know y'all will. Beast has got to make your $10 from YouTube. Man, thank goodness I'm making a little bit more than $10. Not much more, but a little bit more than $10. But it's one of those things, man, where I want to get to the point where I have multiple streams of income. Like, really, multiple streams of income is where it's at. For sure. B, you take great care, man. Thank you. Hey, Jimmy, salud, sir. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. I'm all done in the cup. Jimmy says, we're here for you, bro. Night all. Yes, indeed, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Laura says, I is back. I is back. Oh, man. Definitely appreciate you popping back in, Laura. I am like looking ecstatic. So, Laura, I wanted to tell you about my experience at Clarkburg because we talked about poutine. We were talking about poutine some weeks ago, and I went to this spot when I looked up poutine in Baltimore, a spot called Clark Burger, and it says fries, burgers, and poutine. Let me just tell you, um, it was a pretty good experience. My wife and I went out on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. On the humbug, we drove, and it is across town for us to get there. We drove across town, and we, ordered our food, and, with everything going on, we couldn't sit down or eat, at a table, so we had to take it back into the vehicle. So we watched, not watched. We ate in my wife's van, and I ordered I sent you the picture or a picture and told you from the menu what I ordered. I can't remember what it was called, but it was fries, brisket, cheese curds. There wasn't any onion on it. Cheese curds, and then there was it was gravy, and then there was a mustard. And there was pickles on it too, which like I, I'm for pickles, so that wasn't like it was good. The only thing that it needed some sort of mayonnaise. Oh, I guess did it have onions? It may have had onions. Thank you for that valiant guess, Miss Cherie. And the poutine was good. The problem I had, Laura, was the fries were cold. It seems like when you have French fries, period, potatoes, period. Most of the time, you want those potatoes to be hot. Like you need them hot. Like you go to McDonald's, or if you go to Wendy's, or if you go somewhere and you're like, you know what? Hey, can I get a fresh batch of fries? Yes, I'm willing to wait. I'll be out front. Like I don't care. I just need that hot and fresh batch of fries. I do not think that was the case when I had the poutine. Now my wife also had some garlic fries, so it seems like they make fries, boom, and then if you get garlic fries, they sprinkle the garlic on, or they were like Parmesan. They weren't garlic. They were like Parmesan truffle fries. Um, and yeah, they were good. They tasted good. They just weren't hot. So same thing with the poutine and like I said, it was a whole bunch of stuff on it. The pickles, the cheese curds, the onions, and the brisket all together. It was good. It was good. I am not 100% fan of the gravy, but I am admittedly not a nice. That's what's up, B. It is admittedly not my favorite. Like I am not the biggest fan um of the gravy. Like I actually enjoyed, I don't say putting ketchup on it, but I enjoyed the ketchup on it. And I ate a lot of it, or a decent amount of it, without any sort of sauce or ketchup or anything like that. So yeah. Laura says you need to just try poutine without all the other crap on it. Yeah, well, the poutine is just gravy, fries, and the cheese curds. Is that straight poutine? Uh, Laura says I have some gravy. They need to do better. Yeah, I'm telling you, Laura, do not yuck someone else's yum. Ketchup or French fries is one of the only exceptions I will say I use ketchup on. And you know what is awesome? I don't know, Laura, if you have Lidl's where you are. I bought some spicy ketchup the last time we were at Lidl. Lidl is similar to like Aldi or even a Save a Lot, but it's Lidl, 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 and I'm telling you, go in there. They have some spicy ketchup. Man, it is so good. These is people who make the ketchup string gas channel. No, man. B, I'm telling you, there's certain things you can use ketchup on, and the ketchup I'm talking about is even a spiced ketchup. So it's not like it's, Heinz 57 out the glass jar that you spent 10 minutes waiting for it to drip onto your burger, your cheesesteak. Nah. I eat fries, either poutines or vinegar, salt, cheddar cheese with mango. Huh, that's interesting. Um, I don't know if would want to try vinegar. I'm not the biggest fan of vinegar. Troy says, "Dang, I missed 2 weeks and y'all still talking about poutine." No, we were talking about poutine 2 weeks ago, and I was telling Laura because she is the one who we ended up started talking about poutine. I was telling Laura that I went to the place that I found in Baltimore City that does poutine. So technically, yes, we were talking about it, but it was fleeting. We haven't been talking about poutine for the last 2 weeks. Like, nah, nah. All right, guys, I've made it to the 3 hour mark, and I cannot say thank you so very much enough for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. Those of you guys who are still here, who is still here, sound off down low. Troy Jones is still here. Laura, she's probably in and out. Laura, you still here? Laura! Bottle Cap Chris, what's going on? Thank you very much for hanging out, and thank you for being you, bruh. Ricer is still here. Laura says good night. Good night, TC. Bye for now. Dash and all. Yes. B says me, 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 me. Grumble says present. Sheree says me. Laura says me. KP. This is KB. He says he's still here. Look, I just, you guys really, I'm just a regular guy, and seriously, I can't say thank you enough for hanging out. Really am appreciative that you took the time to hang out with me and shoot the breeze. Really can't say thank you enough. So thank you, Bottle Cap. Thank you, Ricer, and everyone else. Uncle Bo, Sister Banga, Troy. There you go. Bottle Cap says no problem, bruh. I appreciate it. I think that is it. Golly, what is something was just in front of my face? All right, guys. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Miss your videos, but I get it, Dash. Y'all have a great evening. Well, Grumpus, thank you, sir. That really does mean a lot. B says, love you, man. Right back at you. To an extent, Yeah. It's 2021. Don't worry about you. You know what they say, what comes from Texas. Hey, Rice says, later, Dash. Have a great weekend. Thank you very much, man. Same to you. I really do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Grumpus, take great care. Racer, you too. Uncle Bull says, until next week. But I need a video. Oh, man. I hear you. I hear you. And I just, like I said, like a mental break. A reset button, if you will. All right, guys, I am going to end it. So I'm gone.